Thanks for staying with us. So according to the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Person, NAPTIP, there are close to 5,000 Nigerians stranded in Lebanon. In this viral video, they were appealing to the Nigerian government and other prominent Nigerians to come to their rescue.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, our government. Please, we are pleading to you. We are guests from Lebanon. We are stranded. Please, all of us that we are sitting here, we are all sleeping in this same room. We are cooking our food inside this room. We are sleeping here. Everything we want to do inside this one room. We want to come home, please. Everybody, please to the government that we want to come home. Tell them we want to come home. Please.
So we have Honorable Tolulokpe Akonde Shadipe, Chairman House Committee of on Diaspora. Now, this issue of young ladies being trafficked, one of the issues we have is that once they get into these countries, they seize their passports. They're suddenly almost like slaves, and they lose every sense of identity. So our question, therefore, is what's the government doing to empower our agencies over there to be a real support for Nigerian citizens wherever they are in the world?
First thing I must tell you is it's heartbreaking for me. And why is it heartbreaking? It's heartbreaking because I have the records and you don't have a clue what we're talking about here. You have seen a video of some young girls. They are just a minute amount. I'll tell you, today, approximately 20,000 young females are in Mali. 2,000 young females are in Saudi Arabia, 1,000 young females in Oman, 150 young females in Abu Dhabi, 2,000 young females in Dubai, 20,000 young females in Libya, living in very dehumanizing conditions. Some of the countries, even their governments don't know exactly where these girls are held because they're held in very remote places. As you all know, we also have the case of 35 Nigerians who have been held illegally in detention for more than 45 days in Ghana border, in a Ghana border town called Aflau. 18 others are held in Abidjan for over the past 2 years. Sulaiman Olufemi is on death row in Saudi Arabia. The House Committee on Diaspora has been working assiduously to ensure that this young man is not executed. Now, why do we have this problem? Nigerians trying to leave the country for better opportunities. Poverty, lack of education, lack of employment, corruption, gender inequality, and the very high rate of unemployment in Nigeria today. Minimum wage, for example, 18,000 to 30,000. Some places are still not paying that minimum wage. Some Nigerians out there blame these young ladies for wanting to leave the country, but I don't. And the House Committee on Diaspora does not. Because we see it as them looking for better opportunities like you and I will always look for. Doctors go, nurses go. So why can't our other unskilled labor go, but be given the respect that they deserve in these countries? So I would hold the Ministry of Foreign Affairs responsible to an extent. I would hold immigration responsible. I would hold NAPTIP responsible. I will hold Nigerians as a whole responsible because the agents who traffic these young ladies are Nigerian citizens.
God bless you.
There's an agent right now who has trafficked 150 girls, has received $1,000 per girl, that is 150,000 naira. The girls claim that for every single girl that wants to leave, the agents pay immigration 50,000 naira at the departure point. This is what I am being told by the girls. Now, a few weeks ago, the House Committee set up an investigation where we invited immigration, Department of Labor, as in our Ministry of Labor. We invited Foreign Affairs, NAPTIP, Diaspora Commission. We did a thorough investigation. We were told that at the airport that there's a secondary check that immigration has. We visited the airport, we did not see any secondary. We did an oversight to the airport. We did not see any secondary checks. We cannot understand why immigration is not working closely with NAPTIP. Why NAPTIP does not have a presence at the airport. Because immigration has told us that they do not have the right to stop any Nigerian that has a visa from leaving the country. If NAPTIP was at the airport working in collaboration with immigration, NAPTIP will be able to identify trafficked girls and will be able to stop those girls from leaving the country. So as it relates to immigration, those are the things I can think of.
All right, thank you very much. Sir, could you confirm to us exactly how that happened?
It is unfortunate that we want to be doing media trial and saying some things in the public domain, which actually is supposed to be issues to be addressed by professionals. The Nigerian Immigration Service will not run away from responsibility of ensuring that regular migrants travel and irregular migrants are restricted from traveling, which we are doing. With due respect to her Honorable, I cannot imagine our officers who are in the cubicle with other agencies seated by their side, collecting 50,000 naira to allow a migrant to travel. And for emphasis, you don't have any reason giving 50,000 naira to anybody when your passport is valid, when you have a valid visa, and you are supposed to travel to such a country.
Sir, I would rather that you also investigate these allegations, because the agents paying is not the person complaining. It's the girls who see them pay and have reported to the Honorable as a member of the Committee on Diaspora.
The House, as I said, did this investigative hearing. In the process, we found out issues about immigration, some of which I have raised. The PS of the ministry had the audacity to walk out on the committee investigation under oath, because it was found out that the Ministry of Labour lied on that oath. Now, I am throwing a challenge, which I did during the investigation. It was a very, very, I was termed a very aggressive woman by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs as a result of that investigation, because I insisted that we need to move away from colonial mentality. Yes. And our Ministry of Foreign Affairs should stop hiding under diplomacy, and begin to fight for the rights of Nigerians abroad.